Friends, good morning. So Jesus this morning, he's pointing out something fascinating to his disciples about their vision, about sight, about what they're seeing, and what they're seeing versus what others have seen. And it's all the more fascinating given the backdrop of our first reading that we have from Exodus. So here's what I'm getting at, right? So in our first reading, we're standing shoulder to shoulder with the Israelites. They've been delivered from slavery in Egypt. They've come through the desert. They're now at the base of Mount Sinai. And we, with them, we are witnessing something utterly astounding. The description of what the Lord is revealing, how he's manifesting his presence to his people. It's momentous. It is the most significant moment in the whole Exodus drama. Like, if you were to set this to a movie score, this is like the grand, John Williams, Hans Zimmer crescendo moment. This is where the organ is blasting and the trumpets are blasting and the 100-person choir is belting out full-throatedly. That's what this moment is. This is where God is just ripping back the curtain. He's revealing his majesty before the whole assembly at Sinai. There's smoke, there's lightning, there's fire, there's earthquakes, there's peals of thunder, there's trumpet blasts. It's like a scene you can't even comprehend. That's this moment. And this is what they're witnessing, right? And then we come to Jesus in the gospel, and he says to them, he says to these people, just on a street in first century Palestine, he says, "But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. Amen, I say to you, many prophets and righteous people longed to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it." So, what's implicit? What's implicit in the Lord's words is this sense that, if you think that what our ancestors saw at Sinai was astounding, if you think that was amazing, they would be jealous of you. You got it all backwards. He's saying they would be jealous of you. They long to see what you're seeing and to hear what you're hearing and to experience what you're experiencing. Because it's like he's whispering, I am the living Sinai. I'm the living Sinai. I love this section from the author to the Hebrews, this section from the letter to the Hebrews where the author says this. He makes this connection. He's speaking to the persecuted Christians in Rome. He says this. He says, "For you have not come to a mountain that can be touched," like Sinai can be touched. "You've not come to a mountain that can be touched and that is burning with fire, to darkness, to gloom and storm, to a trumpet blast, or to a voice that made its hearers beg that no further word be spoken, for they could not bear what was commanded. If even an animal touches the mountain, it must be stoned." The sight was so terrifying that even Moses said, "I am trembling with fear." All right, okay, so author to the Hebrews, he's talking about Sinai, and he's saying, hey, Christians, when you come to worship, when you come to Mass, when you break bread, when you receive the Eucharist, you are not drawing near to the visible mountain with mighty signs and wonders. No, he says, instead, you have come to Mount Zion, to the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem. You have come to myriads of angels in joyful assembly, in the congregation of the firstborn enrolled in heaven. You have come to God, the judge of all, to the spirits of the righteous made perfect, to Jesus, the mediator of a new covenant, and to the sprinkled blood that speaks more eloquently than the blood of Abel. He's saying, you've come to the reality. That's what Jesus is saying. You're seeing the reality. We're worshiping in the reality. All of that stuff before was a sign pointing to this. We just swim in and breathe in and walk amidst these unbelievable invisible realities. And thanks be to God they're invisible, because we couldn't stand it. I don't think we'd survive it if we saw it. Thanks be to God it's veiled. We couldn't handle the blinding glory of what takes place here, what just simply gets placed upon your tongue, what simply gets placed upon your hand. I don't think we would survive it. I know we wouldn't survive it if we actually saw it for what it is. Blessed are your eyes for what they see and your ears for what they hear. Amen.